section is about ecotourism, which is a form of tourism that is often found in third world countries and developing nations. My name is Victoria Murphy, and Kim Gross is also the contributor to this section. Ecotourism is another unique method of tourism that is positively impacting the economies, communities, and environment of third world countries. Ecotourism is intended to be a low-impact form of tourism to promote environmental conservation and sustainable tourism. Tourism is the world's largest global industry, with 1 in 12 jobs worldwide based in tourism. At the United Nations Sustainable Development Conference in Rio de Janeiro in June of 2012, it was discussed that these future jobs will create a multi-dimensional approach to conserving the biodiversity of these developing nations. It was also discussed that jobs in tourism will help relieve the unemployment concerns that have grown over the past few years due to the global recession. Ecotourism creates opportunities for local communities to keep natural resources healthy rather than exploiting them. This includes preserving the flora, fauna, and cultural traditions of a country. In Belize, the nation has an increased use of its coastlines for economic reasons such as fishing and ports. The demand for the coastlines as tourist attractions is also high. According to research, there is a positive correlation between the preservation of the coral reefs due to conservation awareness and the development of tourism on the coast. Local Belizeans also feel there is a perceived boost in the quality of life due to the impact of tourism on their community. This year, our campus read was The Last Flight of the Scarlet Macaw by Bruce Barcott. The book discusses one example of how tourism successfully impacted the nation of Belize and also the population of the scarlet macaw. The scarlet macaw was being poached and eaten by very hungry people in the village of Red Bank. The best way to address this issue was to make the macaw worth more alive than as food. The government teamed up with a local environmental group called the Program for Belize, and coupled with the money from the United Nations Development Program and Nature Conservancy, which formed the Red Bank Scarlet Macaw Conservation Project. Local people were hired to help run the program, and tourism brought money to the village of Red Bank. This is a great example of how ecotourism impacted a village because the people of Red Bank were allowed to explain what would impact them the most and how to feed their hungry families and stop the poaching of the scarlet macaw. Ecotourism in the future is going to have to consider many things as it moves forward. When considering the number of visitors impacting a site, tourism managers will need to consider the carrying capacity of a group so it does not negatively impact the environment. This is especially important for fragile environments such as archaeological sites and areas with endangered species. With the projected numbers of tourism that is going to perhaps occur in the future, this is going to be especially important because the large number of tourists could add a lot more waste, noise, garbage, and foot traffic to an area and destroy those fragile environments. Another point of consideration is to make sure that local people will have a say in what truly benefits them as a community from the ecotourism, and they would also like as much of a say in the process as possible. These issues could also be addressed by ensuring that ecotourism companies carry a certificate of sustainable tourism that is supported by the United Nations. And one such group is called the Global Sustainable Tourism Council. And they have a set of criteria that ensures developing nations and companies fall within certain standards to actually help support a community and to make ecotourism a positive impact for those developing nations.
All of the different versions of tourism can be very beneficial to different economies, be it the slum tourism, medical tourism, or ecotourism. One of the things that I really like with the ecotourism is not only does it help the local economy, but it helps to teach the local indigenous people to help support or to help sustain their local ecosystems, since now they're able to generate outside money from their local ecosystem. Thank you for watching our presentation.